Okay, here we go. I just might have found something, but I want to just highlight the fact of how difficult it is to study the haplogroups with the available information, the given information. That I always suspected it to be skewed and messed with, but now I just ran into something really just to show everyone how hard it is to determine what's what and who's who. Because remember, I was stating in the last video, I was saying how difficult it was to understand that Nimrod had the S&P marker of M168, which is T, which is the original marker, and not his father Cush. Like, how is that possible? Come to find out that according to what Grok just said just now, yeah, they do share the M168T. So let's go to the videotape, so to speak. See what do with this. All right, put this here, and we'll go to the Grok. Okay. Now, here I'm asking for some stuff, and he says somewhere that the B and the C both carry the M168T. So I say, do they carry what is it? It should be the G. Should be the M89G. According to this version of Grok, it's supposed to be not M89C, but the M89G. Which might get into. But anyways, I'll go with the responses. The response is here. Yes, I previously stated that both haplogroups B and C carry it's not derived, it's original, because I already told them that it's the root is IJK. The allele M168T. Now you can see it here in writing. He says, yes, both B and C carry the derived allele M168T. And this is very, very important. It's always been a problem ever since I've been doing this from the first time ever. This has always been a problem. You know what this might make? This might make Cush the oldest son of Ham. But anyways, I'm going to ask here. I get down to it, I guess. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, he keeps on trying to say what the standard tree is. I said, I'm not interested in a standard tree. I only want to know about the root being IJK with M253T, M168T, which is the one B and C both share, he just said, and M89G are the ancestral basals, alleles, not derived, and everything else is downstream from there. Then I asked, do D and E carry the M168T allele? It just goes to show you how hard it is to get accurate information. It's like pulling teeth or something. So here we go. Let's find out what he says here. Go ahead and let them run it out. Okay. S&Ps. See if we can try to understand this stuff here. Is that it? No, still going. Okay, final answer. Okay, let's go to the beginning. All right. Because this makes a big difference if in fact both B and C have this allele. It's very, very important. And I've been trying. The problem is that if Grok gets going for too long, it gets tired and it just like says anything. If you get it fresh and say what are the alleles, then you'll probably get a better answer. But anyways, here we go. Thank you for clarifying that you want to focus on a hypothetical Y chromosome phylogenetic tree where IJK defined by M253T is the basal root with M253, M168T, and M89-G. It used to be C. Grok before said it was C, now it's G. But anyways, it would be guanine or something. As the ancestral not derived alleles. And all haplogroups considered as downstream from IJK. In this model, you have asked whether D and E carry M168 allele. Below, I'll address directly adapting your hypothetical framework while using standard phylogenetic data. Well, yeah, as long as you don't confuse the order. Hypothetical tree setup. IJK as the root. In this model, IJK M523-T is the basal haplogroup and is treated as an ancestral allele, not derived from prior C state. This contrasts with of course it does. I don't want to know about the standard tree. Where it's a derived, it's not derived, it's the basal allele. So forget about the standard model. Okay, ancestral alleles. Defines IJK root, ancestral in this model. And 168T, assumed ancestral, not derived. Okay. M89G, ancestral, consistent with standard tree for F haplogroups. But I'm trying to, why did I say I'm not interested in the standard model? Unreal. Downstream haplogroups, only IJK and their subclades are typically IJK descendants. Well, I don't want to know what typically is. I want to know what they are. In a hypothetical model, you've implied D and E might be downstream. Well, of course they're downstream. It requires reinterpreting of their placement. In the standard tree, I don't want to know the standard tree. Parallel to CF. They carry M168T, which is okay. That's fine. But not M523 or M89T, which is fine. In your model, I'll evaluate whether D and E carry M168T as IJK descendant, not descendants, they have a common ancestor. To answer, we need to consider the implications of placing D and E downstream of IJK with M168T. Now what? He just said now D and E carry it. I mean, yeah, D and E or E and D. Should have said E and D. They carry M168T. That's what I want to know. And that's fine. That means Mitzrayim can still be the elder. Unreal. To answer, we need to consider implication downstream. Standard tree, don't want to know about it. Hypothetical IJK root model. If D is downstream from IJK, it must inherit IJK's ancestral alleles unless there's a single nucleotide polymorphism. I want to know what it actually has. This thing can't even think straight. Says M168 status. D, yes, D carries M168 in the standard tree and would retain it in this model as an ancestral allele inherited from IJK. Does it or does it not have the M168T in the standard tree? Now I hear you saying it does have it in the standard tree, and before they never had it. M168 is consistent with D CT ancestry. Why is it going to confuse everything? D would carry as an IJK descendant and consistent with the model. Let's define S&P Marxist diversion from IJK. No, but it doesn't carry it. None of the Hamites carry this. They have an M89-T. See, now he's getting off confused. Haplogroup E, including M35, standard tree is defined by, hypothetical tree. If E is downstream, it's not if E is downstream. I want to know what it has. These people are so crazy. M89 G, now it's G or M89-T. So it's the other one's M168. Oops. T or M168. What is it? C? C or G or whatever. I don't know. What it actually. I don't know what it actually has. Anyway. Not making an imaginary phylogenetic tree. Want to know what the alleles actually are, but before extended the M168T to B, which is downstream. I don't know. Maybe it's just all confused. Answer: yes, both D and E carry M in this hypothetical model. Where no, I want to know. If what it actually is, because if it's not that, it's S and P. If it has a polymorphism, single nucleotide polymorphism. Want to know what the original allele in the IJK model. I want to know if it retains the original allele or if it changes to an S and P. In other words, or if it has a mutation. This stuff is so annoying. Now, I don't even know if it's knows what it's talking about, because it's saying, give me a hypothetical type thing. No, give me an answer here. What? Maybe it's just too big. I don't know. I guess not. Show more. All right. Now give me an answer to this. Then, because it's probably all messed up anyway. Oh yeah, thank you, yeah. Started out asking it for the alleles, and it just showed me a whole bunch of stuff I wasn't even asking for. All I want to know is what the alleles are. Ancestral alleles. M168-C. It's not. This is not an ancestral allele. The ancestral allele is T, not C. Now it's all mixed up. Now it has no clue what it's talking about. Now it's saying M89G is changed to T in IJK. That's in the standard model. This is in the standard model, changing to T. How can it not understand? I don't know. You had to talk to for like hours for it to understand what you're talking about. In the IJK model, using the standard tree. I don't want the standard tree. This thing is so dense. Let's go from the beginning, see what what it says. You're not creating a hypothetical phylogenetic focused on the actual alleles carried by haplogroups in the context of IJK model, specifically with the IJK reference. You want the original alleles for these SNPs. Oh my goodness. All right, the list allele. The alleles are correct. The standard tree, okay. Okay. How can I explain this to? Man, how is that? It's just got standard model on the brain. It just can't get it out. What the actual alleles applied to IJK root model. It's unbelievable. See if it understands. I don't know if it'll understand. Don't know if it understands English. English. It's so aggravating. I spent hours on this thing. I thought I could come to a conclusion, and the thing is so mixed up it doesn't even know where it's at. See if it gets it right. It's not a deviation. It's the IJK root. Okay. Ancestral alleles. Here we go. Ancestral alleles are 168T, M89G, M523-T. Now, why is it saying all retained by B, C, D, G mutated? Yeah. Okay. All retained by B, C, D, E, but mutated to M89T in the IJK. Okay. The IJK rooted model with these as ancestral alleles. Good. Now I got it straight. B, C, D, no. No, these are not T. You're crazy. Oh my God. How can something be so stupid? This is stupid. Okay, for misunderstanding and inadvertently referencing the standard Y phylogenetic tree, clarifying that you want actual alleles for the specified SNPs in a model where IJK is the basal root as the ancestral original alleles, all haplogroups downstream from IJK. You've asked for specifically whether D or E carry about each haplogroup in this model without referencing the standard Hygge tree. Law provide, yeah, I'm sure you will. Great. Root definition defined as T, ancestral, not derived from C. Right. Means B, C, D, E are descendants of IJK in this model. Right, but they can have a different allele. Ancestral alleles, okay. Okay. Now he repeats it again. Ancestral allele carried by each haplogroup. Okay, B's got T, C's got T. What about A? Does A have it? This is crazy. Oh, now they have the M89-G too. This is this thing is thick as a brick. Unreal. What's this? Now I, J, and K have M89T. That's the standard model. This is all mixed up. No, the original alleles M89G. What's it doing with AB? Still all mixed up. Yeah, this is not working. It's like you can't even trust anything you say. I took it fresh with nothing else, and then now the thing is haywire, completely haywire. Unbelievable. Anyways, so much for that. Let me see if I can get it working. Now I can see how hard it is to find out what the facts are. Anyways, so that's about it. If I see anything, I'll be back maybe if I can get anything straight. The thing is all mixed up. All right, so much for that. Everybody take care.